Hi, welcome back to Homestead to Health. My name is Caitlin and today is my birthday. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do all of my chores for the morning. I can hear a lot of cranky chickens and a very eager puppy. But afterwards, I want to bring you back into the greenhouse and show you underneath my coal tunnel that I built last week. And I want to show you what else is celebrating their birthday today. I can't wait to change this out. This is going, all of this will be enclosed and it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to share it with y'all. Yesterday I got my very first egg. I posted it to Instagram. I was so excited. Today though, no such luck. I thought I was going to come out to like a birthday surprise of 5 or 6 of them having laid their first egg, but oh well. You can't go to the goats empty-handed, so right now I'm going to put my goat feed blend together and go feed the goats. Good girl. Good girl, Rizzo. That's a good one. There you go. Oh, cool water there. I want y'all to see kind of like how it is to milk Rizzo. I'm not a quitter, but I might have to just let her off the hook because I'm afraid that she's so resistant that all of this is just major stress on her, and I don't want my animals to live with stress. As you can see, I had to move her leg restraints to her belly. I was trying to, or I guess her midsection, I'm trying to keep her up because she's really bad about laying down. But let me just show you what it's like to try to milk her. Yep, and laying down. It's okay. You're doing good, Rizzy. Okay. You're okay, just eat. As you can see, she gets not only fitful, but I mean like the entire time. She'll even stop eating. And she's my herd queen, and she's a tough cookie. And if you get her to stop eating, something's up. And so I don't think that milking is going to be for her or for me. I do have another mama who's in milk named Daphne, and she is way easier to milk. I don't know what that means for Rizzo here. I mean, she gave us Murdoch, which will be one of our breeding bucks, but whew, I mean, I'm out of breath. I have to fight her all morning, so. But you're good, huh, Rizzo? Let me take this off you, let you finish your meal. I think also because her baby's, well, he's not a baby anymore. He's getting big. He's by himself. He's been separated from the other does. He's just been finishing her off. I think a big reason I'm having an issue with milking Rizzo also is because she's drying up. I didn't start the milking training and process quick enough that, or earlier on enough that I feel like I could have really been successful. But it's my first year with goats. You live and you learn. So I've been pretty mindful about getting the other does up on the stand, even the one that's not in milk, and kind of getting them used to me touching them and stuff. Yeah, but like I said before, it's just really important for me that I don't stress out my animals, and my animals just don't live a life of stress. I'm gonna let her finish her meal, and I'm gonna go take care of the rabbits, and then by the time I get done with the rabbits, she should be able to go back inside, and I'll meet you in the greenhouse. That's all I got today. That's okay, Rizzo. Let's go. Okay? We're talking here. Okay, come on. Come on, Rizzo. Back up. Look what I got. Come on. Come on. Rizzo, come on. Let's go. Alright, welcome back to the greenhouse. I just want to mention while I'm in here that this past Wednesday was the 8 weeks until spring mark, and I didn't start any new plants. And the reason why is because I'm working on a hunch. I'm gonna plant everything 2 weeks later than it's suggested. So if last week was my 8 week mark, I'm gonna pretend from that 2 weeks from then would be the 8 week mark, if that makes sense. And the reason being is because our last frost date is estimated to be April 1st. I'm just going to go out on a whim and say that we're going to get one last surprising freeze, or the weather is just going to be real funky. And so I'm going to wait 2 weeks until I actually put anything in the ground. And so I'm going to give everything kind of like a 2 week delay. Oh no, I just realized I have ants in here. Why do I have ants in here? Whoa, ow. I have hundreds and hundreds of ants. So that's something I've got to face. I'm gonna probably, there's this book inside the house that I have that's called Texas Organic Gardening, and there's something in there called Garrett juice. I'll probably do a whole separate video on Garrett juice, mixing it up, what the recipe of that is. But I think I'm going to give that a shot. I don't know why I have ants in the greenhouse. I mean, I get that they could come in here. But again, this just illustrates how funky the weather is. I had a friend who's in Minnesota right now, and there was like 6-foot wells of snow. Today, it is 69 degrees inside the greenhouse this morning. And it's just going to get warmer. Man, I despise ants. Anyway, going back to what I was saying though, the weather's just been real funky. It'll go from being very hot to the next day being extremely cold, and then having 3 days of like soggy weather where there's no UV power in here to help anything along. And so things like the cabbage over here, it doesn't mind because it can tolerate the cold. But then I have these little tomato plants coming up, and they don't feel the same way. I've had some peppers come up and then get blasted with cold, and so they go back down. Actually, my peppers seem to be doing pretty okay. My shishitos are doing well. Sugar rush peaches. My fish peppers are starting to come up. Actually, my peppers are doing probably and these are eggplants, but these are probably doing really great. What I'm seeing I'm having problems in are my delicate flowers. And I call them delicate just because I haven't been in here too religiously loving on them like this, touching them and making them strong. But they're the ones that have been wiped out. So like I was saying, the weather has just been funky. It'll get really warm in here, everything will germinate, and then it gets super cold in here. And I haven't lost too much. Everything is still popping up and doing pretty well. I think that like the only real loss I've suffered is while I had all of my marigolds up, now I've only got like a few in their cells, and that's okay. I can go back and replant those whenever I do start my next thing of seeds and seedlings. But some things just haven't germinated at all yet because it hasn't gotten that warm. Things like my peppers. Right now I have a bunch of these jigsaw peppers popping up, and I can see a lot of other different kinds of peppers that have just taken a little longer to come up. The only thing that I'm really kind of upset about is that I planted so many strawberries from seed and nothing has popped up yet. Honestly though, I've never grown strawberries, and so I don't know if that just takes, like a pepper, it just takes a very long time and it takes a certain level of heat. But I will say this, I probably won't be buying these again. And I don't know if anybody else has these issues, but if you can see, they fold over. And there's no wind in here or anything like that. You know, I have to stimulate the plants by touching them. But not all of them have folded over, but a good bit of them have. Over here, this one's completely bent over. But also, what I used a black marker on, super great. But I'm going to have to go back through and where I used my pink marker, my pink Sharpie, I'm going to have to go back through and rewrite with black marker. Because some of these things, it doesn't even look like I wrote anything on them. But one last thing I want to add though, is on nights where it's dipping below freezing, I do turn my chicken brooder lamp that I have here, I do turn this on, and it kind of just helps create a little extra warmth for my plants. I've been bitten by ants twice. I can't tell if that's a sugar ant, a black ant, or a fire ant. It's not a fire ant, I don't think. Wow, they're everywhere in here. They're just everywhere. If you're following along, feel free to leave a comment about why you think that they're in here. I know it's probably because it's warm in the dirt, but... Okay, an ant just bit me. It's definitely not a fire ant. Marigold, I got one looking very beautiful. And then here are my cabbages. I might have to space these out and decide where I want them to go before too long. As you can see, they're getting their true leaves. These are some tomatoes. Again, I'm going to need to space them out or thin them. Got some eggplant, bunch of flowers. Borage is popping. But got some little tomatoes. I've got some leeks, flowers, and then these right here, these are going to be something I'm very excited about. These are called cardoons, I think. But it's like a stalk version of a globe artichoke, if you're unfamiliar, which I was unfamiliar, so I'm assuming everybody else is. But look at that. Beautiful. I just hate that they've invaded my nasturtiums. They were doing the best. I'm going to have to figure out how to get rid of them. I think the carrot juice will work though. Wow. Wow. I know these look really close together, but the packet said that it only had a 32% germination rate. So I'm going to have to come through here and thin these out. These are radishes or beets. I remember this row in particular I overplanted because of the germination packet. This, however, you can see is spaced out a little bit more reasonably. Happy birthday, little plants. You can see little pops of green just everywhere. And little pops of purple as well. I'm not seeing any of the carrots yet, but they'll come. I think all I'm going to see for right now are the faster growing ones, but that's okay. Check out all that green. So as I said before, today is my birthday, and how I'm going to celebrate, or how I choose to celebrate, is I'm going to go inside and I'm going to whip up some sausage gravy and biscuits. So happy birthday to me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. It's been a pretty good birthday so far. I hope I can have this video up today so that you can celebrate alongside me. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see y'all later.